Nothing to fight with. The tulips in the crystal glass are so very fragile. The litter in the mud and grit has nothing left to lose. There is only so much good in the whole stinking lot of us, but that blind spring of entropy flows on forever. The best of us is glimpsed but rarely, and only in a few. Thus we mostly live immersed forever in palest mediocrity. The beauty of humanity shines through for the briefest of instants. The emptiness of our normal lives casts an enveloping pall upon us all. The moments of our uplifting are truly few and far between. Torture, greed, and death are always just below the surface. The good we do with modest forethought is like a tiny candle in the wind. The brutality of our indifference racks the world and its peoples. The innocence of children is but the briefest shower in the drought. The never-ending corruption follows everything just like that dirty tsunami. Music briefly fills our souls with the knowledge of a morning's peace. Smashing, shouting, and hoarse cackling fill the noonday heat. The calm strength of the ancient mother writes our course just a fraction. But mostly we plunge on blindly, proudly honoring an unconsidered ignorance. The just must often struggle mightily for the smallest victory. Indifference tramples without malice grandmas, sprouts, and babies. Those things that truly sustain us are so very quiet and unobtrusive. The smashing sounds of progress fill our ears and drown our thoughts. Sunrise and sunset may awake us for the briefest instants. Nights are no longer truly dark, and the days are too long, too hot, and too loud. Newfound love illuminates our worlds and fills us with great joy, and then the ash of indifference begins to slowly, thickly coat it all. The apple tree then blossoms and stands outstretched in a silent exultation, but for months stands gray and wet and naked in the freezing rain. Somewhere, by dint of a sheer persistence, a people toddles forward. The mass of us roil on, enveloped in dirt and greed and hate. Somewhere a masterpiece gives rise to a momentary superposition. Elsewhere the fecal tide rolls in a little thicker and higher every day. In the quiet glade a gentle mother softly licks her newborn fawn. Meanwhile, in surrounding areas, smoky fire burns and diesels roar. One child in a million casts off the chains of poverty, pollution, and neglect. Generations without hope share a dirty cycle of need, crime, and disease. A man works very carefully for many years and fulfills his one small dream. The masses vapidly follow only the flickering of electronic images. For the briefest moments, gentle north light fills our souls. Throughout the crushing workday, we are forced to stare into the sun. Our memories are scattered pearls we hope one day to string together. Reality is a strangling vacuum, closing in from all directions. A strange and compelling bird cry haunts our thoughts for a brief moment. Commercials blare forever, and the laugh tracks never cease. An oarlock squeaks and the water drips upon the twilight, dappling a quiet lake. The rain washes used oil from our cars into every little stream and river. The peaceful smell of moist, wet spring earth awakens our better instincts. Our children prefer to stay inside, gorging on fast food and electronic media. Facts learned about our universe provide a moment of perspective. Truth ground into us daily covers us with a soot that we cannot wash away. Considered opinions adapt like plants to changes in the sunlight. The average impulse purchase provides about 20 seconds of satisfaction. Our better instincts serve as measuring sticks for the progress in our pilgrimage. Our overwhelming greed pits us against each other and the earth. A couple works their life away, sharing a dream of golden years, but far too soon one is stricken down, and the other shrivels up. Children find an enchanted forest playground just outside their new home. Soon, however, come the bulldozers to smash and flatten and develop. The gurgle of the smallest stream gives comfort to those who lie sleeping. In the baleful light of Monday, there is no time for contemplation. The smile upon an infant's face lights and warms the entire room. Greed and indifference trample all the helpless little plants. Fathers teach the boys to fish and to preserve the lake for their sons. Armies teach each generation even better ways to kill and to destroy. One small light gives comfort in a dark and empty countryside. The vast and pointless city glow simply hides the message in a starry night. A single action adventure story stimulates our imaginations. An endless stream of loud repetition overwhelms and dulls our senses. Petty bureaucrats caught at minor crimes quickly lose our faith and trust. The large-scale lie repeated endlessly is slowly adopted as a working truth. A climax forest achieves maturity after many a dignified succession. Decisions made without much thought often prove difficult to undo. Small wild animals go on purposefully with the only business that they know. Species remain oblivious to the pointless extinctions they undergo. Cherry tree stands with its raised branches in a crescendo of blossoms. Soulless heavy machinery gores blindly into the surrounding earth. Baker tends the sourdough starter with a reverent admiration. Corporate farms spread designer crops to pump up this quarter's stock price. Once we cruised a scenic highway towards an enchanted destination. Now every day we idle for hours in the same anonymous lines of traffic. The ballet of a hummingbird traces a cosmic pattern in the air. Blind greed forms the very core of our very best theory of economics. Just a tiny bit of soap could wash the little children's faces. A gritty dust settles over all of us from every direction, all the time. In early spring, the birds return and begin to sing at dawn. The traffic roars by forever, and the litter piles up down in the swale. The day emerges full of promise, still wet with its dewy afterbirth. Then noise and confusion from every direction carve out our insides once again. Odd moments return to almost nag us in dreams not quite remembered. All our thoughts are slightly yellowed by this dreary daily immolation. We win some of the smallest battles in the hopeless war that can never end. We fight the good fight daily, despite the darkness that encroaches from all sides.